Spice, Rocket Lab CFO. Adam, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Morgan. Thanks for having me.
It was a big year for Rocket Lab. Certainly, you broke records with your launch cadence this year. How does all of this set you up for 2026?
I think it sets us up really well for 2026. I mean, 2025 was a great year. We targeted launching 21 times this year, and we managed to achieve that with 100% mission success. So I think we've got great momentum with our customers. They love working with Rocket Lab, and they just seem to want more and more of what we have to offer.
Is Neutron still set to come online in the first half of 2026? And if so, what does that unlock in terms of more potential for Rocket Labs?
Neutron is an incredibly important thing for us. And yes, we're maintaining our first half of 2026 schedule. As we talked about on our last earnings call, the more tactical goal here is to get the rocket to the pad in Q1. And then after that, get all the checkouts done. And assuming that everything, checks out and goes well, which again is a rocket program, so you can never count on everything going perfectly well. But again, our plans right now have us getting a rocket to the pad at the end of Q1 or in Q1, and then hopefully getting a launch off shortly thereafter.
Yeah, and I just referenced it before, the Space Development Agency Tranche 3 Tracking Layer Award. You're one of 4 companies that was awarded a chunk of change for this. How meaningful is it for Rocket Lab, and specifically for your other business, which is the space systems business, which is building all kinds of spacecraft for on-orbit experiences?
Yeah, no, this contract was a huge thing for us. I think it just cements us as a very strategic partner with our U.S. government customers. And I think we felt incredibly honored to be included in the group of other awardees for this Tranche 3 tracking layer. This was one of those where you really didn't see any, I would say, up-and-comers or kind of new entrants to the field. This was really the established players. If you look at the other awardees in L3 Harris, Lockheed, and Northrop Grumman. So to have Rocket Lab included, that really is a huge endorsement for us, and I think a good harbinger of things to come. And it's all about building this end-to-end space vision that really is our goal, which is, we started off in the market with a small dedicated launcher that's become incredibly efficient and a great value add to the market. Then we started putting together all the pieces to build a space systems platform, which ultimately will drive us to having, our own applications on orbit. But really what this does is it really continues to kind of expand, what is already 2/3 of our business today is space systems. A lot of people think of us as a rocket company, and that's completely understandable because when you showed those 2 launches at the beginning of the clip, I never get tired. I don't think a lot of people get tired watching a rocket launch. But at the end of the day, the space systems business is a much larger opportunity for us. Now, Neutron actually helps balance that back out. It helps open up a much, much larger TAM where we'll have Neutron competing head-to-head with Falcon 9 in that medium lift launch category.
Yeah, I would say it should be on everybody's bucket list to go see at least one rocket launch in their lifetimes. We were just talking about it with the NASA administrator, Jared Isaacman, but data centers in space, is there an opportunity here for Rocket Lab?
Well, we're strong believers in the people that, that control access to space will have a great ability to influence what goes on in orbit, obviously. So, I think it's a little early days. I think people are getting very excited about this, and there's some very credible people talking about data centers in space. And so, if you think about what's great for a business like ours, it's if you got to put, a lot of mass on orbit in a quick time frame in a very cost-effective way, owning that launch vehicle and owning the end-to-end ability to build spacecraft and have space heritage, it's absolutely key. So, I'm very hopeful that this ends up being a very meaningful strategic opportunity. If it is, we will be in a great position to exploit it.
Okay. I've been talking about this all year. I've been asking companies, space and defense companies all year about it. I'm going to ask you again right now, and that is Golden Dome contract awards. You think we're going to start to see a flurry of those come out sometime soon?
I think we will. We're already seeing a lot of activity going on in the background. So I think, it's a pretty bold set of initiatives that have come out. And I think, it took a while for, the people that were responsible for developing those longer term strategies to really kind of pull everything together and put a bow on it. But I think we're very close. And again, we're very excited about it. We think it could be a huge set of new opportunities. And so, yeah, I think we should start seeing more activity in the new year. And we're very much looking forward to that.
And of course, we're seeing spending on space increase, not just here in the U.S., but internationally as well. So what do those opportunities look like for the company, especially as you have been acquisitive?
Yeah, I think that is actually one of the probably most underappreciated growth opportunities in this market. When I look back and see how space spending has been over the last few decades, a vast majority of the spend was concentrated in the United States and with the United States government. I think with some of the changes now that you see in geopolitics, I think that really could usher in an era of, I would say, more prolific spend, in some ways less efficient because now you're having people do the same thing in multiple, geographies. But I think for somebody who sells the picks and shovels to those people, I think it's a great opportunity for us. So I do think that's, again, one of the areas where, I think investors probably haven't really kind of caught on to what that could look like over the course of, let's say, the next 10 years. But I think it's a very big, underestimated future growth leg for people who are well positioned to exploit it.
Okay. Adam Spice, CFO of Rocket Lab. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Well, for more on all things space, in case you haven't had enough this hour, be sure to check out my podcast, Manifest Space. Today's episode features Hawkeye 360 CEO and founder John Serafini. We talked about the company's latest acquisition, tracking dark vessels around the globe, and the road to a potential IPO for that name as well. Could be a very busy 2026 for defense tech and commercial space.